what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on a historic low game deal that I've actually seen some people wanting me to mention. I think it's a really good deal. It's still on the more expensive side of things, but definitely a good deal as a part of the id 35th anniversary sale. We'll talk about that and a bunch of other deals that I do want to highlight. So we'll get to all of that fairly quickly, but Doom the Dark Ages is at its lowest price ever. It is 67% off for $23.09. They do have the premium edition on sale as well. That is 67% off for $33. If you do want the DLC as well, but I would just get the base game for $23.09. Doom the Dark Ages is a game that I really enjoyed. I know some people had their issues with the game. You know, its shift from Doom Eternal and whatnot. I really liked the setting shift of the game. I thought the ambiance was great, and I still thought the gameplay, even if it was a little bit slower relative to a Doom title, I thought it was well done. You know, still over-the-top action gameplay. I know they put more emphasis onto the narrative of this game still. Didn't really care about that whatsoever. Honestly, I would be fine with narrative being fairly light on Doom and just focusing on the over-the-top visceral gameplay. And the over-the-top visceral gameplay, I would still say, is pretty good here. And you've got the inclusion of mechs, dragons, and all of that. So it's pretty well done. Game is fairly lengthy, all things considered, as well for a Doom title. And the levels are a little bit on the open side of things, so there's optional stuff to find, collectibles, things of that nature. But overall, had a really good time with the game. $23.09 I do think is a decent pickup. At the end of the day, like, the Doom titles are not going to be games that are going to give you 50 hours of gameplay, so maybe from a value standpoint, it's just not there for some people, but I still think overall, definitely a good pickup, and I would give it a recommendation. Then we do have Doom 3. That's 67% off for $329, which is also a historic low price point. You know, an older Doom title, a little bit, you know, foggier in my memory bank, to say the least. But if you want to check it out, that's $3.29 as well. And like I said, id 35th anniversary sale is running right now, and a lot of deals are available as a part of that. Doom 2016 is $3.99. Doom Eternal is $7.99. Bear in mind that Doom Eternal was recently available for $3.99 as a part of one of the sales that happened recently. But yeah, it's back up to $7.99. I just would not expect Doom Eternal to get down to $3.99 regularly. That's kind of what you got to deal with the historic low deals. Like, a lot of the times those are there for a small period of time and then they go away, but it is what it is. Rage is $3. Rage 2 is $8. Rage 2, what a terrible game that was. And bear in mind, like, Rage 2 was one of the first games where Bethesda's like, we're going to make our own launcher. We're going to go up against Steam. We don't want to give away the 30%. Yeah, good job with Rage 2 as your drawing card to the Bethesda Games launcher. Yeah, that was a disaster. But nevertheless, that's on sale as well if you, for whatever reason, want to pick that up. So that's the id 35th anniversary sale. We've got some other deals to go over as well. Karma the Dark World is 45% off for $13.74. Can't believe this has already been like a year since this game has come out, but it was a psychological thriller that got a little bit of attention as it was coming out. Very positive reception on this one. 693 reviews, and 89% of the reviews are positive. Karma the Dark World is a first-person cinematic psychological thriller set in a dystopian world where the Leviathan Corporation is omnipresent. The year is 1984, the place is East Germany, and things are not quite what they seem. Explore an alternate timeline set in 1984 East Germany. The Leviathan Corporation rules with an iron fist, controlling its citizens through massive surveillance, social class rules, mind-altering drugs, and the premise that the gates to utopia will open to those who survive. Become a Nightcrawler. You are Daniel McGovern, a Rome agent for Leviathan's Thought Bureau. Using advanced technology to dive into the minds of the accused, you'll investigate crime scenes, interview suspects, and report your findings back to Leviathan. Prepare to brain dive, unravel the truth, and next-gen visuals are noted as well. That is available for just $13.74, a historic low on that as well. Next up, I do want to give a mention to, as a part of the Spike Chunsoft visual novel sale, SHUTEN Order is 20% off for $39.99. This is a fairly recent release, so I get it that, you know, $40 for a game is a little bit hefty, but SHUTEN Order is absolutely awesome. It's a really, really well done game that marries a lot of different gameplay styles. That not all of it's perfect, but it's so unique in that regard that I thought it was a really worthwhile game. I like to give it a mention whenever I can, and you know, $40 obviously going to be pricey for a game like this, but add it to the wish list if nothing else, and when it's a little bit cheaper, pick it up then. I will also give a shout to AI the Somnium Somnium Files, which is 70% off for $5.99. Absolutely fantastic visual novel, and I would actually say that it's a worthwhile visual novel for newcomers of the genre if you haven't played many visual novels or any in the past. Game is really well done. Visual style, I think, is great. And overall, for $5.99, I think it's a great pickup. Great main character as well in Kaname Date, so definitely check that out. You got Disney's Epic Mickey Rebrushed, historic low price point on this, 50% off for $19.99. A really well done upgraded release of a platformer that was originally released back on the Nintendo Wii, and I liked it back on the Nintendo Wii as well, and it got really good reviews back when it initially came out. But this, again, is enhanced, and you've got some quality of life improvements, still has so much charm to it, and for $19.99, good deal there. Enter Magnolia Bloom in the Mist is at a historic low price point, 45% off for $13.74. Well done Metroidvania with a dark aesthetic, really well received, 4,100 reviews, 97% positive. Decades after the events of Ender Lilies, homunculi, sorrowful artificial life forms roam the land in a dark fantasy Metroidvania, face formidable enemies, and explore a bewitching post-apocalyptic world. Humans and homunculi, what awaits at the end of the quest of their salvation? So overwhelmingly positive reception on that. Cult of the Lamb, another game, 60% off, $9.99, overwhelmingly positive reception, 55,000 reviews, 96% positive. Start your own cult in a land of false prophets, venturing out into diverse and mysterious regions to build a loyal community of woodland followers and spread your word to become the one true cult. Again, really a strong reception on that. There are a plethora of editions. The Fate of the Lambs, 36% off for $24.28. The soundtrack edition, I mean, that's kind of irrelevant. And The One Who Waits, $37.32, but yeah. The base game for $9.99 seems quite good, so you can check that out. And then obviously, gotta give a shout to Sleeping Dogs. This is wrapping up as a part of the Square Enix winter sale, so if you do want Sleeping Dogs, I mean, I glaze this game all the time. It'll be available at this price point probably 84 times throughout the year on Steam directly and other platforms, but nevertheless, for $2.99, I think Sleeping Dogs is a great deal, of course, and yeah, awesome open-world action game. Great gameplay, good story, great main character, and great soundtrack to boot as well. And then lastly, as a part of the Fallout franchise sale, Fallout New Vegas is available for $2.49. The Ultimate Edition with all the DLC, which is probably what you should get, is $6.59. Yes, I do know that there are rumblings of a remake happening, but that's probably not going to be coming out until literally, you guys, maybe like 2030. Like, that's probably the earliest, because I believe they're doing Fallout 3 first, and then they're gonna do New Vegas, and it's probably gonna be well after 2030, to be perfectly honest. So, you know, the original is still very much worthwhile to play, and given how Oblivion turned out, like, who knows how the upgraded release is gonna turn out. But yeah, 96% positive on that. It's one of the greatest open-world RPGs of all time. Really one of the greatest games as far as reception goes of all time. And that 84 on Metacritic, I feel like these days, the people that go back and play New Vegas, they think way more highly of it than that. But yeah, that'll do it for me. Again, Doom the Dark Ages, great deal on that, even though it's $23. I mean, that game is still fairly recent and came out in May of last year, so definitely worthwhile to check that out. Doom 3 at a historic low as well, and some other great deals available. Links to everything, as always, in the description box below. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.